So for the next step of the bathroom, we are gonna tackle the shower. The first thing I'm gonna do, just to give myself some space, I'm going to remove this bathroom mat that is in front of the shower. I'm going to take these towels off. If they were dry towels, I would roll them up really cute and just set them on the sink. And then I'm also gonna take out all of the shampoo bottles, any loofahs that are in there, and just have a completely bare shower. I'm just sitting everything neatly on the floor over here. I don't want to sit it on my sink because I just cleaned my sink. So first I am going to do the outside of the shower before I jump on in there. I'm going to close this. For glass and the chrome that's around it, once again I'm going to grab my Dawn spray and then I'm just going to give it a good spray on both sides of the doors. Depending on how the doors are set up, you may have to switch them around so you can get that little extra piece there, but we want to make sure that we get every spot of the glass door. And then we are going to wipe this all down with a microfiber towel. You might need a couple. Do not forget the top of the shower ledge here. That always builds crazy dust on there. It always seems to be forgotten. So I'm gonna go ahead and give these doors a good wipe. Now that I have wiped the outside glass and the top of the shower there, I am going to clean the bottom part of it. As you can see, it does build up here. And then I am also going to wipe out this ledge as well as in between here, just to shine it up real quick. Those areas always seem to be forgotten about. Now that I've completed the outside of the shower glass door, I've done the bottom part and inside all of the chrome edges around, I am going to jump in the shower and do this part of the glass the same way I did this part. Now, if there was a bunch of watermarks that did not come off with just my Dawn spray and a microfiber towel, I would run the quadruple zero steel wool underneath water to make sure that this is soaking wet. Then I would have sprayed the glass down and gave it a scrub with this, and it works amazing. Just make sure that it's not a frosted shower glass door so we don't damage the glass. But this one would have been fine with this if I needed it. Now for the walls of the shower, it depends on which chemical you would like to use. This is not marble, it's not a porous stone, it's not any kind of sensitive surface, so I can pretty much use whatever I see fit. It's not insanely dirty, so I could go ahead and use the Dawn spray and a little bit of this to give it a good scrub. I could use the Dawn Power Wash if it needed a little extra oomph. And I could also use the Easy Clean Scrubbing Bubbles if I wanted to. And if it was stained on the floor there, I could use the soft scrub. So the first thing I'm going to use is the Dawn spray and the Dawn soap. So I would just start with all three of the walls. I would give it a good dousing on all three walls of the spray, and then I would actually just hit it with a little bit of dish soap like that. And I would repeat that for all three of the walls. Do not put too much of the concentrated dish soap, just because it might be a pain in the butt to get all the suds off. But just get the surface pretty wet. And see, like I had mentioned, like I'm already halfway done with that Dawn, but I can refill it. And I'm going to use just a sponge that I sprayed a little bit of the Dawn dish soap with, and I'm going to just give everything a nice little scrub from top to bottom. Just back and forth there, and I'm going to repeat this process for the other two shower walls. Now I have all 3 sides all sudsed up, all scrubbed down. I even did the faucet, I guess, attachment there, the knob. I used a towel to wipe this off, and then I also did the shower head. Now with the stainless steel, sometimes there is crazy watermarks built up on this and scum built up. So you could actually use that quadruple zero steel wool as long as it's soaking wet and as long as that is stainless steel. Don't use it on any black finish or anything like that, but that would get off any residue or watermarks if it was built up on there. So now I'm going to take the shower head and I'm going to give all of this a quick rinse, and then we can work on the bottom part of the shower. I will say not all showers have heads like this, so you may need to use a cup to fill up and get all of your bubbles off of there. Be careful not to spray your glass because we just cleaned the glass, so we don't want to get it all wet. So now that we are all rinsed off, I'm going to take some towels and I'm going to give this a quick dry. So now that this is all dried down, I'm going to take my microfiber towel and I'm going to spray a very little bit of the orange glow on there. Super little bit, don't need that much. And I'm going to polish this stainless steel with it. Be careful not to turn the shower on yourself. You could also polish that chrome with it, as well as the kitchen sink. So now we're gonna work on the bottom. Now the bottom part definitely needs extra love. So I am gonna go in with my soft scrub because it's not marble, it's not granite. And it does need some extra love in it. If there is caulk that has built up mold, when we clean it, it might get some of the surface off, but it is possible that it's embedded in the caulk and they just need to re-caulk it. But we still will give it a nice little scrub. We use this brush for that. Also, most showers are not flat like this. A lot of them have tiles with the grout. So if there is this pink and orange buildup on the grout, when we are scrubbing it, like how we did it with the sponge, we could go ahead and use this in the grout too, because usually that orange and pinky stuff comes off pretty well. The black stuff, not so much. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go around with this. Just like that. And I'm gonna take this and I'm going to give it a good scrub. Like I said, you could actually see that that caulk is coming off from the wall. So I'd actually bring that up to the homeowner and let them know that they need to replace the caulk in this bathroom. And then I'm just gonna go around and scrub all of the cracks. You see how that comes up a lot easier. Now, we don't ever want to mix chemicals, so since I started this with soft scrub, I'm going to end it with soft scrub, and I'm just going to put a little bit more on the base itself of the shower, and I'm going to give it a nice scrub with this sponge. Now we're going to turn the shower head on a little bit, not to mess up the area that we just dried, and we're just going to give the bottom a quick little rinse. Now, if you wanted to scrub down the walls and then scrub down the bottom, if you can't, be careful not to get your walls. But again, you could go ahead and do that and then just dry it all at once. Now, if the shower glass or the tiles go up further than you can reach, you can always just drape a microfiber towel over your Swiffer mop. That way you can use that as a tool to get to the top. So it is all dried out, and I did wipe down all of their shampoo bottles and put everything back neatly. I did notice that this was crazy dirty and it takes a second, so I'm just going to give it a quick wipe. And then I also noticed these cobwebs here and there, so I'm just going to take my duster and just get that for them. Now, this bathroom didn't have any light fixtures hanging out, but that would be the first thing that we dusted when we came into the